Hi, today I want to share my mind talking about punishment. This is the subject that I've been having on my mind for a while because I started observing different situations where I see that punishment is an integral part of any conflictual situation. Even though the conflict really doesn't happen, anyway, punishment comes to take place. Those people who do something wrong, they invite this punishment into their life. How it happens? Well, I really share something from my own experience, which I happened to observe already regularly several times, many times, and I would like to share it with you so that you also maybe make this experiment in your life and you can share with me your results. If it is same result or if it is different, I would be also glad to see and maybe try to notice it in my life, see how it happens. So it happens sometimes that somebody loses control, is overwhelmed by emotions, and expresses it, throwing it at you. By the habit of our mind, by having wrong understanding of the real happening, we react. We react with what we get. We get anger, we react with anger. We get irritation expressed at us and we give back that irritation. We know to act by attachment to what we have faced, to what we have experienced. If we could know acting without attachment, if we could know acting and not reacting, then our behavior would be independent. But what happens by the wrong understanding, by our mind that perceives things as real, objects as real, someone who says something that sounds like something that we dislike, this is how the mind perceives, that's another subject, but this is how our mind works, then it has this automatic reaction of expressing back, reacting back. Then we also tend to hurt the other. And this is the punishment of the other. If one does wrong, we give back wrong. Actually, this one who has something wrong, who has something burning inside and cannot hold it anymore, she is looking for conditions outside where this internal black, I don't know, black mud is boiling and wants just to go out because it is unbearable to continue holding it inside. So this person looks for a situation, this person invites that situation into his or her life to get rid of this heaviness inside, of that burden. And like this, people use us, we use others to express, to spit onto them what we have inside and what we want to get rid of. If we can be mindful of what is happening, we can understand that there is no someone, no something which is really happening, and we will not also, it's like the state of affect when somebody kills in the state of affect, when mind is completely blurred and the person does not take responsibility for the actions, then the extreme what can happen that one can kill the other. But actually this is what happens to us regularly. We all experience the state of affect of our mind which is blurred, and we do not take control of our actions or words. Often we can react and then regret what we said or what we did. So when we act like that, we expect punishment. Because if we get punishment, the situation is balanced. We feel balanced. I did bad, that person was angry with me, I got my portion of anger, and that's fine. Then we make it up together. But what happens if somebody does bad, as the person thinks bad, and there is no bad reaction back? You may say how it is possible. Well, it is possible in the world of consciousness, in the world of conscious living. I may say that thanks to my experience of meditation and trying to understand the happening as it is, as true as real, I learned luckily not to be the victim of this feeling of anger. Well, I don't say I will never experience it again. I talk about regular situations in life, which meanwhile I experience. I've proven really to be very resistant. Anger just that doesn't appear in me. But surely life is very diverse and has so many experiences that it can bring to me once some situation where I will still get angry. It is absolutely possible. I'm not an enlightened person. But meanwhile, yeah, I noticed that I stopped having anger or strong irritation that I want to throw back at that person who tries to offend me or to do something against my will or anything that I dislike. So, what happens then? People are actually not used to be accepted. I understand that what is happening, what somebody does that is unlikable, is just something impermanent. This is happening not because the person really wants to hurt me or do something wrong. This happens because person has lost his her mind and just is acting under this effect of this blurred mind. So I understand and I let it go because I know this is our human nature to react by our mind. So if one is doing like that, this doesn't mean I should also do like that. I can still stay conscious and I can still stay positive. And this is what I do. So I don't punish people, I don't fight them back, I don't take the invitation to participate in the quarrel controversy. I may still kind of participate in the situation. I may say, well, I see you're not in your mind saying things like that. I'll give you time. Or I can say, well, I don't want to participate in that. Or I may just keep silent. But then the person expects that I would fight back, that I would resist, reject. And when I don't do that, I don't quarrel with the person, I don't fight, I don't participate in the war. The person cannot participate in the war long enough alone, on his own. He expresses what there is overflowing already, but then he closes back and becomes reserved because he feels that he was wrong, or maybe at all, even at that moment, he doesn't yet understand that he was wrong. But he feels that the war is not happening, the other one is not hurting back. So he hurts himself back. He just shuts down and he takes distance. And he gets offended instead of me getting offended. And then this person, although I see that the fluctuations have finished, that the emotions, the high emotional state has gone, and I'm ready to continue on, and life continues. This is in the past already. We can enjoy, we can discuss, we can do something together, but the person is not ready to continue so easily. The person takes distance and time because the person, even although he was the only one angry, he now takes the time to punish himself. He doesn't take it easily with me, although I didn't get offended. I didn't say that you are wrong, you accused me or you blamed me or whatever else, but that person feels that person knows that. We don't have to say this always back. They really know, but then they punish themselves. They deprive themselves of happy moments together. They stay sad. As I said, they become offended themselves. They stop having nice time because after having done something bad, we are supposed to be punished. So they punish themselves. I offer you to take a chance to observe your life with similar situations. But for this, of course, you need to have patience. You need to develop patience to be able not to react yourself. When somebody is acting negatively next to you, contrary to you, be patient, take your space, take your time. If your anger still appears in you, if you didn't develop yet that state of taking everything as impermanent, understanding that this is not real, understanding that this is just fake reaction of mind and anger appears in you, then remember about the experiment. Make a deal with yourself that when somebody tries to argue with you, you let the person be, but you don't argue. And then you will have a chance to observe the behavior of that person. I bet that person would punish himself too. But you can surprise me and you can tell me of different results. So let's try it.